Adiyan Ramandasan Swami.
Adiyan Ramandasan. Alvaram Perumanar Jiyar Tirudi Ganeshanam, Jiyar Tirudi Ganeshanam. We are going to do our next episode of bOdhayantha parasparam. This time we are going to discuss about practical ways to engage with AchArya. So from a Sishya's perspective, how we can engage with the AchArya in a practical way. We are going to talk about that. So we have Pawan Swami. He is going to ask some questions on this topic. He has got some questions already. He will start the session now.
Adiyan. Swami, in current day scenario, so we don't have much time to engage in doing Kainkariam or to accompany Acharya Purushas. So, but in the past, if you take a look at in the past, the Sishyas used to accompany Acharya and they used to devote everything to them. And they used to lead their life under the shadow of Sadacharya. So, in the current day scenarios, how can a Sishya accomplish an Acharya's mission of taking that message forward to the next generations?
Okay. See, times have changed definitely compared to the past. Nowadays, in many cases, Acharya will be in one place, Shishya will be in another place. Acharya here could be Samashana Acharya or an Acharya who inspires us, or it can be our Jnanacharya. In any case, in this world where we are all now located in different places, the distance has become a major factor in having that close association with the Acharya in a regular manner, in a regular interval. So, first thing is, the Acharya should have such intent to accommodate the Sishya, to nurture the Sishya, to develop the Sishya, and to make the Sishya also have this objective of contributing to the Sampradayam and to dedicate our lives for our Sampradayam, which has given us everything. Once that Acharya is having that intent, the Shishya should grab that opportunity and progress quickly. For that, the Shishya should interact with the Acharya in a regular interval. So, according to the, of course, Acharyas may be busy with their Kainkaryams, whether it is in temple or in the Tirumalikai, whether they are doing Grantha Kainkaryam, whether they are doing Kalakshepam, whether they are doing Sanidhi Kainkaryams. Irrespective of what Kainkaryams they may be doing, they may be busy. So, according to the convenience of the Acharya, the Shishya should be in touch with the Acharya and engage with him in a humble way, in a gentle way, in inquiring and getting the doubts clarified and getting directions on how the Shishya should lead his life or her life. And this communication channel should be first established, whether it is direct communication, one-on-one, face-to-face, or through technology, whichever is possible. If one can go and meet Acharya regularly, maybe once a week, once a month, or even more frequently, every day, if that is possible, that is great, because then there will be very meaningful and purposeful interactions with Acharyas, and a lot of substance can be brought out by direct interaction. But if that is not possible, at least we can make use of the technology, and provided the Acharya is receptive for such communication, we can engage with the Acharya and try to bring in the same mood of humility and subservience towards the Acharya and develop that relationship. so that the Acharya will feel confident to engage in guiding the Shishya and engage in directing the Shishya towards certain kainkariams which will be helpful for the Sampradaya.
So, in if you take an example in the past days, like how Kurat Talwan left his wealth and totally surrendered at the Ramanujar's divine feet.
Yeah.
Even many Purvacharyas like Vilanchola Pillai stayed, remained all his time in Tirunanthapuram after Pillai Lokacharya commanded him to stay there to wait for Tiruvayamudi. So such incidents like how can we dedicate, how can we cultivate such interest, or how can we cultivate such Mahaviswasam towards Acharya in the current day scenarios?
Yeah, that's a very good question. See, one has to think about the favors done by the Acharya. Acharya has given us knowledge, which is going to be the main aspect in our development, in our spiritual development. Without that knowledge, we cannot do anything. Unless we have the understanding about Chitta, Achita, Ishvara, Rahasyatrayam, Artha Panchakam, all of these topics, the person who is taught us, he has given us the greatest wealth. We cannot imagine any other wealth to be comparable to that. So if someone is really putting their energy on us in giving us this knowledge, which is the key factor in our spiritual progress, because as far as our moksham is considered, that is a totally different aspect, because Bhagavan is going to decide who is going to get moksham at what time, and that is going to happen based on our Ramanuja Sambandham, which is established through our Panchasamskaram. But beyond that, when we live in this world, we have to live as a Sri Vaishnava. We cannot live the same way as someone else, like samsaris, materialistic people. Then there will be no difference. There is no purpose getting Panchasamskaram and trying to be a Sri Vaishnava. So if we are a Sri Vaishnava, then we have to follow the principles shown by our Purvacharyas, and those principles are centered around these concepts: Tattvatrayam, Artha Panchakam, and Rahasyatrayam. So the one who is giving us this wealth of knowledge, we have to understand how indebted we are towards them, how much we owe them. So when that understanding comes, then naturally we will incline and we will set out in taking the efforts to be close to him, physically, initially. And if that is not possible, at least by our mind, mentally, we have to be very, very close to our Acharya. So, and the driving force is the truth we have understood through his teachings. That is the driving force. So when that driving force is there, we will never let out a moment. We will not leave a moment of our presence with the Acharya. So that is the main thing which we have to understand. And when we have that gratitude, that gratefulness towards Acharya, we will slowly inch towards him, move towards the Acharya. And for some persons, it may be 1 month. For some persons, it may be 1 year. For some persons, it may be 5 years. But sooner or later, the one who has realized the truth, he will become very close to the Acharya and follow the instructions of the Acharya and understand what is the purpose of our Purvacharya's efforts. Why did Purvacharyas write so many granthams? Mumukshupadi, Tattvatrayam, Shivachana Bhushanam, Artha Panchakam, Charmopayanirnayam, Vartamala. There are hundreds of such granthams. All of those are meant to reform us and make sure that we live our life in a particular way, not just like that, not just like anyone else, like materialist persons. Because if moksham is the only goal, then our Purvacharyas could have just given only one statement. You get Bhagavad Ramanuja Sambandham, and then at the end of your life, you will get moksham. This is the only instruction they would have given if that is the purpose. But that is not the purpose. Because our purpose is beyond that. Our life should be dedicated towards our Bhagavan, Emperman, and our Acharyas and their mission. So for that, we have been given so many granthams. So as a Sri Vaishnava, what should we do? We should follow the same granthams, we should follow the same literature, we should follow the same instructions, and we should try to align our life towards that. And that alignment will become fulfilled. That alignment will become complete when we are under the shelter of our Acharya's divine feet. So that is the key here. So once we have that clear understanding, naturally we will take that process of how to be close to our Acharya, how to take his instructions, how to work under that guidance, how to reform ourselves, and how to help others in this process.
Okay. One last question, like, are there any guidance given, the conduct and behavior of how a Sishya should be towards his Acharya?
Yes, certainly. In many of our Purvacharya Granthams, in commentaries, Vyakyanams, in Rahasya Granthams, their Vyakyanams, in many places, this concept is clearly explained, how a Shishya should be. If we think about this, Sri Vachana Bhushanam, and the essence of Sri Vachana Bhushanam is given in Upadesha Ratinamalai. So in Upadesha Ratinamalai, while explaining the essence of Sri Vachana Bhushanam, Manavada Mamnigal has explained how a Shishya should be, how an Acharya should be. In that, see, the main point here, which is emphasized by Manavada Mamnigal again and again in the final portion of Upadesha Ratanamalai, is about Acharya being focused on Shishya's Atma, Atma Ujjivanam. Shishya being focused on Acharya's Deham, his bodily needs, whatever requirements which are there, that should be fully taken care by the Shishya. Similarly, the Shishya's the Atma Ujjivanam aspects, all of those should be taken care by Acharya. So Acharya should not focus on Shishya's Deham much. Acharya should not go and guide the Shishya to make money, to be comfortable in this life, to take care of his body well, to take care of his relatives well. All of these discussions the Acharya should not get into and advise the Shishya. Rather, Acharya should focus on the well-being of the Atma, of the Shishya, and whatever helps in that. Let's say if a Shishya is coming and asking, oh, I am having this problem and in my family, I'm not able to focus, then the Acharya may guide. Okay, you spend some spiritual time with your family. Try to bring in the Sattva Gunam in your family. You develop Sattva Gunam and you develop Sattva Gunam for your family also. These kind of instructions Acharya can give, because that is going to help in his progress in this Sampradaya journey. Other than that, Acharya should not engage in the welfare of the bodily aspects of Shishya. Similarly, Shishya should not go and advise the Acharya, oh, you do this, you do that. Why don't you increase your Anushtanam? You are only drinking well water. Why don't you go to Kollidam and drink water from there daily? Why don't you just improve a little bit? So these kind of things Shishya should not engage, and he should not say, oh, you are only spending 2 hours in giving Kalakshepam. Why don't you give 4 hours of Kalakshepam so that you can improve better? So these kind of suggestions on Acharya's well-being on the Atma front, Shishya should not be engaging. Shishya should take care of all the needs of Acharya. For example, in the olden days, it is the Shishyas who would go and get the vegetables for the Acharya. It is the Shishya who will go and get the groceries. It is the Shishya who will go and get the firewood. It is the Shishya who will go and get the cloths for the Acharya. Acharya will not go to the shop and get all of these. whatever need is there for the for the Acharya at home, family needs, whatever it is, the Shishyas have to take care, because then only Acharya can, with full focus, spend his time on doing pracharam, doing upadeshams, and doing taking care of his own personal anushtanam, and um, enhancing his anushtanam, and focusing on helping others. If he has to constantly take care of all the bodily needs, then how can he focus on doing all the sampradaya activities which he has taken up? Whatever he has committed to his acharya, whatever he has committed to the Guru Parampara, those commitments he has to fulfill. For that, he will need maximum energy and time. So, Sishyas have to take care of all the bodily needs. So, in today's world also, that is possible. We think it is not possible. Oh, I am somewhere far. How can I take care of Acharya's needs? But it is very possible. If we want to gift something, we order something in Amazon, we send it to our relatives. Similarly, we can take care of Acharya's needs. We can order online everything, ensure that the Acharya's family needs are taken care. That can be taken care by Shishyas from wherever they are. They have to collaborate within themselves, and they have to arrange, okay, I will take care of my Acharya's needs this month. I'll take care of, let's say the Acharya's son is studying some in Padashala. So whatever needs are there, someone can take responsibility. So in practical life also, we have to take care of Acharya's needs. It is not just theoretical. We have to think about ways. Similarly, if it is a GR mud, we have to take care of the Acharya's needs. Whatever Acharya's needs means the mutt needs. Whatever the mutt needs, we have to, Shishyas need to collaborate and do. So all of these can be practically done. So these kind of aspects many people miss. For example, if someone comes to a particular Dividesham where the Acharya lives, they have to ensure they go to the Acharya's Tirumaligai, spend maximum time there, more than going to temple and having darshan. They should spend more time with the Acharya, because like the practical situation here is, we are not close to our Acharya physically. So when that opportunity is there, when we come to a nearby town, we have to make sure that we come to the town where the Acharya lives, and we take that opportunity, make use of that opportunity, and spend time with the Acharya. And at that time, we have to inquire. The Acharya will say, no, I don't need anything. If someone asks a real Acharya, do you need anything? He'll say, no, everything is there. Perumal has given. So why? Don't worry. I don't need anything. But we cannot just, Acharya said no need for anything. So I will not give anything to Acharya. So we cannot say like that. We have to find out what is the need, and there will be certain needs, certainly. Nobody can deny whether a person will need food to eat, whether a person will need clothes, whether a person will need basic amenities. So these things the Sishyas have to intelligently think about and discuss among themselves, and have to arrange for the Acharya. So these are the things which Sishyas have to think. Many times we don't think about these things. We just go and we have darshan and then we come. But whether we are really understanding the needs of Acharya and whether we are supporting him, that is something the Sishyas have to think about and they have to execute.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you for clarifying these things.
Yeah. Thank you for the session. We will have another discussion at another time.
Sure. Ready.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.